Hello. This video will be short and intense. I am trying to teach you the basics to get started with sub-D modeling. I think these are the important topics we need to look at. My focus is to help you understand the why and the how. Subdivision modeling is a 3D modeling technique where a low base mesh is smoothed to create clean and curved detailed shapes. You need a good understanding of topology and it requires good planning. This workflow is best suited when the end result is a render. When you want to optimize the mesh, you should look into the baking process, which is mostly used in the game industries. Let's talk about shape defining edges and holding edges. Please take a look at those two circles. Shape defining edges form the silhouette of the mesh. The first edge beside them on each axis is a holding edge. When you smooth the mesh, the defining edge gets beveled and travels towards the holding edge. The distance between them regulates the width of the bevel. This is our base mesh that I created. And this is how it looks when I divide the base mesh once. And here how it looks when it divides the base mesh twice. Let's take a look at the other circle. We divide it once and now twice. As you can see, the silhouette didn't change because there is no depth to it. These faces below the line I call buffer zone or safe zone. I'm not sure if other artists do this as well, but it helps me to keep the topology clean. When I add something special on the surface, I try to isolate it with the buffer zone. It helps to manage the topology by reducing or adding density to match the density level outside the buffer zone. It also helps to create an indent where I can place a cut to detach the geometry, in this example the circle, with the rest. What you can see here is called redirection. You could change where your edge loop goes. This is the most important part for you to understand. It is the interaction between the shape defining edges and the holding edges. On the right side you can see how the smoothing of the base mesh looks like. I recommend you to stop the video and take a closer look. The key here is symmetry. The edges of the cylinder have to match on the X and Z axis. In 3D modeling you mirror a lot, so you need a cylinder with a Y edge count that enables that. Those numbers are 8, 12, 16, 20, the 4 times table. And why 4? Simple, because you can mirror up, down, left and right from your pivot. So in 4 different directions. Here you can see the prep work you have to do for a 90-degree bend in your edge loop. You can rotate and mirror it depending on your need. You can see how to reduce or add density to your mesh. Use this technique as a bridge between low density and high density areas. This is a tricky part and can be very frustrating, but I highly recommend learning it. Otherwise you end up adding edge loops that travel across your mesh just to connect a single vertex. It gets messy very fast and you rage quit. There are too many pitfalls, and depending on how you work there is a possibility that you will never encounter them. So here are some pitfalls that I encounter. Knowing them can help you to plan your project better. I can't explain everything, and I don't have enough knowledge on every topic to teach you, so see it more as a recommendation for you to look into it if something interests you. This tool is called Target Weld, and this tool is the Multicut tool. If you need a ball in sub-D modeling, start with a cube and smooth it, because the result won't be perfectly round. Shrink wrap the cube to the base ball your software provides to make it truly round. It's easier to work with a cube ball because it has better topology. Well, I hope you found the answer to the question you had. The next step is to start working on whatever you were trying to achieve watching this video.